As Albania looks to join the European Union, it must ensure that elections are free and fair, with candidates of integrity who can honorably represent the interests of the Albanian people. I spoke at length about this in an interview last night, and I'd like to emphasize again that it is the responsibility of party leaders to make sure that their slates are clean, that they use the strict standard provided in the law on decriminalization, but that they also do their level best to look at who really ought to be representing the Albanian people. Is the simple fact of a lack of conviction by the courts enough to declare someone qualified to represent the Albanian people? I think that party leaders have to ask themselves that question, and they have to do it in a serious and meaningful way. I'm proud that the United States has supported the KRIIK initiative and will continue to support other efforts that improve the integrity of Albania's elections. The Albanian people deserve to have trust in their institutions. They deserve to cast their votes in a transparent process, free from criminal pressure and the specter of corruption. And they deserve to see the leadership of political parties and their representatives in parliament serving the interests of all Albanians. The responsibility to improve Albania's electoral system doesn't fall just on one person, one institution, or one political party. In fact, it falls on all of us, everyone here, everyone attending this event, and the people and organizations you represent. Everyone has an important role to play in forging the democracy that Albania wants and deserves. The Political Council last summer took crucial steps on electoral reform through the June 5th agreement. And this was an important step forward for Albania's EU integration. Now we're following the implementation process very closely. We're tracking the work of the institutions responsible for election administration to ensure the upcoming parliamentary elections are free, fair, and transparent. We're also working with political parties, encouraging them, maybe even nagging them a little, to fulfill their legal obligations and to work to build the trust of the Albanian people by putting forth candidate lists that do not insult voters, that doesn't undermine democracy, and that doesn't promote corruption. Party leaders must remove any corrupt or criminally linked politicians from their ranks and not put them on the ballots in the first place. Full implementation of decriminalization is essential to Albania's Euro-Atlantic future. But who appears on a ballot is only part of the solution. Political parties need to take seriously their obligation to ensure transparent party finances. We call on all political parties to make their party and campaign finances transparent, as well as to make public the assets declarations of all candidates. Just as we have worked with the justice system to check the integrity of judges and prosecutors, we are urging political leaders to thoroughly check on candidates for office. The Albanian people deserve no less. Albanian voters must take responsibility as well. The responsibility not to accept money for their votes and not to vote for criminals. In a democracy, citizens are ultimately the ones with power. They have the responsibility and the power to put people in office. Civil society has a vital role to play in many aspects of the election process, including holding institutions and political parties accountable for election administration and raising awareness among citizens in the importance of their participation in the elections. Members of civil society also contribute through their studies and recommendations, like those that we will hear today, to ensure that Albania holds elections in accordance with internationally recognized democratic standards. The United States is very proud to have supported this initiative of KRIIK Albania. By identifying the shortcomings of the legal framework and making recommendations for improvements, Albania can build a better electoral system. And although these recommendations are mainly aimed at the new law on party financing, We encourage all political parties and all actors involved in the electoral process to reaffirm their commitment to a transparent system, including the party financing in the upcoming elections of April 25. Thank you very much.